Hey everyone, Justin here with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing the Enfab cab length Nerf side step bars in black, available for all 2020 and newer crew cab Silverado 2500s. Now you guys should be checking out the Enfab options for your newer HD if you want the sporty appearance of a Nerf bar with the functionality of a drop step, all along with quality materials and a best in category warranty. So your big feature here with the podiums from Enfab is going to be the combination of two very popular designs in the category, a Nerf bar and a drop step. Now that's going to pack the desirable look and appearance, of course, of a Nerf bar, but more importantly with that functionality of a drop step, which is just going to make entering or exiting your stock or lifted HD a bit easier in the process. Now appearance-wise, I will say the main bar here of the Nerf portion of the podium is going to do a great job of hugging the lower rocker area on your HD, covering up that ugly pinch weld while moving on to the step here. And again, I would say certainly big enough for both front and rear passengers to have some pretty solid footing overall. Now, finally guys, to me, appearance-wise, talking about one of the coolest things about the podium step here is that they give off kind of that Baja-inspired look, which I feel always looks right at home on big trucks, especially once you start adding in things like a little lift, maybe some knobby tires, things like that. Now moving into construction and the build quality of the Enfab, they really nailed everything here, guys. For instance, when we're talking about overall materials, you're gonna find a rugged stainless steel build that has been finished off in a very lightly textured black powder coat. Now your main bar, as you can see, is going to incorporate a 3-inch tubular stainless steel build. From there, the steps do include the smaller 1-inch DOM tubing that does incorporate those nearly 5-inch wide steps, making for plenty of footing that we talked about earlier. Now that textured powder coat, again, very lightly textured overall, but certainly gonna add another layer of protection to that stainless steel material, adding a little bit more grip to the step surfaces, which as you can see, do get the added benefit of some raised traction areas and a nice CNC cut Enfab logo right in the steps. Now, last but not least, guys, the steps do include all of the necessary brackets to get everything in place, and the entire package has been backed by a 5-year warranty on the coating alone, along with a limited lifetime warranty on the actual steps themselves. So again, one of the best warranties currently in the category when we're talking about side step options. Now, right around $600, I would say the Enfabs are priced a little bit on the higher side of the category overall. For instance, if you wanted a somewhat similar design for less money, you can certainly check out a few other options on the site. This design is certainly not unique to Enfab. You can find some more affordable stuff, but they might not feature the higher quality stainless steel build. For instance, they might be mild steel instead. And with that being said, they're not going to give you the same kind of warranty that the Enfab is offering here. So again, if you're price shopping around, guys, just keep some things in mind. Yes, you might find a more affordable option, but a lot of times those more affordable options might offer a lesser material and a lesser warranty at the end of the day. Now moving into your install, and the site's gonna call this one a pretty solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you, I would say, about an hour to complete from start to finish at absolute most. Very straightforward bolt-on job, guys, here. Really not terribly difficult. You might need an extra set of hands to help you lift everything into place. Some guys might use a floor jack. Whatever the case, they're not the heaviest steps out there. I've certainly handled stuff a lot heavier. So even if you have to put this thing on your chest and kind of wiggle it into place while you tighten a few nuts and bolts, you certainly can do that. But regardless, to give you a better idea of just how these guys get into place on your HD at home, check out our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you'll need a 3/8 ratchet, a 12 and a 14mm socket, and a clip removal tool. All right, today we're gonna be installing some side steps on our Silverado, so let's get started. All right, before we install our side steps onto our vehicle, we need to install our brackets. So our brackets will go on the back side of the flange here with our supplied nuts and bolts. All right, when we put our flange on, you'll notice that the bolts are flat and there are some square holes here. They do lock in to the tabs. Put our bolts. All right, we're gonna grab our ratchet with our 14mm socket and tighten that down. All right, we can do the same thing for the other 2 brackets. All right, now to install our mounting brackets, we need to take out our plastic plugs that are covering our mounting holes. So we're gonna grab our clip removal tool and just pull out the plugs. All right, you just take the other plugs out of the other 2 mounting locations. All right, now we can get our steps in location. You can either have them propped up or have someone else hold them up. And we're gonna grab our supply bolts and thread them into the mounting holes. All right, now you can grab your ratchet and your 12mm socket and tighten them down. All right, you can do the same steps for the other 2 mounting brackets. All right, now we can repeat the same process for the other side. All right, and that wraps up our install of our Enfab cab length podium Nerf side step bars, textured black for our 2020 to 2023 Silverado 2500 HD crew cab. And remember, for everything Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.